Hey YouTube, what's up? It's JT Sasuke. I'm here to bring you my review for Bleach, so jumping right into this. So we start off with Rukia and Renji looking into the darkness. They end up hearing Aizen's voice and they're just like, you can't be, it's Aizen. Aizen reveals himself and says hello to Rukia and says it's been a long time since they've seen each other. Although he doesn't remember really talking to her after he turned it back on the Gotei 13. And then he says, but first thing first, congratulations on being promoted to vice captain. Her efforts in their battle must be recognized. And after that, she basically says, how are you even here? And he was like, you can't put a good man down because he was supposed to be locked up in his cell. Excuse me. And she was like, bullshit. There's no way that someone would. Before she could finish her sentence, Kuryaku comes in and says, I did it. Everybody looks at him and starts questioning him. He was like, I already know what you guys are going to say. I know you guys are going to want answers. So before you start yelling at me, I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to spill the beans. And he said, I think we need his power to win. I think we need him to win. And everybody started basically questioning his morals. And Soifon asked him if he has no shame. And Kuryaku was like, so it's dignity that you guys are talking about, right? Okay, then let's talk Gotei 13. I think we need his power to defeat Juhabach. Now, to defeat evil with evil, I can think of worse things. And that basically shut everybody up. And after that, I believe it was Byakuya who said, you do realize that doing this, releasing him, is kind of like a stab in the back to all of us. And he was just like, yeah, I know. Tell me something I don't know. You can all beat me out. You can all beat my ass after we protect the Serite. And after that, Aizen decides to go ahead and just turn shit up a little bit. Because Kuryaku is just like, because Aizen's just like, hey, could you hurry up and unleash the rest of these and get me out of this chair? He was like, I can't do that. He asked Kuryaku why, and Kuryaku said because he didn't have the permission to undo everything. The only locks that he had the permission to remove was the left eye, the mouth, and the ankles. So, with that being said, he was like, okay, so you expect me to do something from this chair? And that's when Kuryaku said, I'm pretty sure being in that chair is not going to permit much of a challenge for you. After that, he was just like, you flatter me too much. And he was just like, so what do you want me to do? He was like, what do you want me to do? Because I don't really have that kind of power right now. He was like, whether you have power or not is not in the question. I'm just pretty sure that a bunch of those eyeball monsters devouring your body is not in your best interest. Like when he said that you drive a hard bargain, and he was like, I'll take that as a compliment. That's what Kuryaku said. And then he started to use Keto. And Kuryaku yelled at everybody to bail, so everybody backed up a ways, and he just blew up all of those monsters. And after he blew up all of those monsters, you got Renchi who looks at him and was like, yo, he got even more powerful while he was locked up. The dude's a fucking monster, which he is. And then we have Kisuke Urahara, who sits there and says that he must be more powerful now than when he fought Ichigo way back when. So he's definitely more powerful now, though. So moving on from that, what ends up happening is Soifon says, okay, we still need to blow this thing up. And he's like, no, there's no point. Because the barrier is already has my reishi in it. All I gotta do is wind things up a bit and blow the shit up, and he blew it up. And after that, they were just like, okay, but we still gotta get to the Soul King Palace. He was like, oh yeah, there's no need for that either. See, I can just bring that shit down. Like, he literally was just like, if you got business with the Soul King and his palace, I can just bring that shit down. And that's where the chapter ended. This chapter was pretty good. There's not a lot of action, but Aizen is definitely the best part of Bleach. For me, anyway. So this is why this chapter was actually really decent. Because Aizen was in it, and he was in it for basically all the chapter. He was doing what Aizen does best, which is being awesome. So with that being said, that's my review. I like the chapter. Can't wait to see what happens next week. But like the video if you did. Subscribe and comment below and tell me what you thought. And I'll catch you guys later.